Namaskar. Manaache Shlok, Shloka 8. Dehe tyagita kirti mage uravi mana sajjana hechi kriya dharavi mana chandanace paritva jizave pariyantari sajjanani vavave. Jai Jai Raghuvir Samartha. Death is not a full stop, it is a comma, after which something goes on and something remains. We are in our deepest truth, eternal Brahman, pure awareness, untouched by time. But for the extraordinary adventure of mortal existence, we inhabit a progressively evolving physical apparatus, lifetime after lifetime. The mineral kingdom has a body, no mind, no intellect. The plant kingdom has a body, a rudimentary mind, and no intellect. The animal kingdom has a body, a mind, and a rudimentary intellect. It is only in human form that we arrive with a body, a mind, and both gross and subtle intellect fully available to us. Until this point, evolution happens under the laws of nature, automatic, unconscious, compelled. In human form alone, with the grace of a fully functioning intellect, we are meant to begin recognizing life for the illusion it is, discerning the transient from the eternal, and turning, however gradually, back to the truth of our being. But alas, each time we inhabit this body-mind-intellect complex, we inhabit it so completely that we forget who and what in essence we are. The here and now becomes everything. We then live only for this life. We choose only for this life, willfully forgetting, as it were, that when the body dissolves, the subtle body travels on, carrying every samskar, every unresolved tendency into the next becoming. And what remains here in this world either elevates those who come after us or burdens them. So the question Shloka 8 asks us is, as you travel forward, what will you leave behind? Come, let us break this down line by line. Line 1. Dehe tyagita kirti mage uravi. The idea that one's repetition outlives one's body is not unique to Swami Samartha Ramdas. Krishna himself invokes it while urging Arjuna toward right action in chapter 2, Shloka 34. Akirtim chapi bhutani kathayishyanti te vyayam. Meaning, people will speak of your infamy for all time. William Shakespeare too touched the same vein when he scripted Mark Antony's speech over Julius Caesar's dead body to lament, "The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones." Across cultures, across centuries, the same truth surfaces. We are not simply here and then gone. We leave a residue. Even a life of 100 years is but a heartbeat in the grand scheme of things. However short, long, or prolonged this passage, it leaves an indelible ripple in the tide of time. Left, right, and center, we scramble to understand the past, tracing the causes of the effects we suffer or enjoy today. And yet, we remain wholly oblivious to our actions in the present that moment by moment are becoming the consequences we will face in the future, individually and collectively. Edward Lorenz, the father of chaos theory, famously asked, "Does the flap of a butterfly's wing in Brazil set off a tornado in Texas?" Science confirms what the sages always knew. The smallest motion ripples outward into consequences we cannot foresee. But where science observes, in this opening line of Shloka 8, Swami Samartha Ramdas commands the mind, be deliberate. Be conscious of the residue you leave behind. Line 2. Mana sajjana hechi kriya dharavi. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel, observed Maya Angelou. How true this is. However great your personal accomplishments in life, unless they have positively touched those around you, what remembrance would time hold of you? Continuing from line 1, Swami Samartha Ramdas, reminding the mind of its innate nobility, implores it to direct the thought, word and action of the embodied accordingly. Not toward a legacy that immortalizes for its own sake, no. Vedanta strongly advises against the selfish pursuit of personal glory and fame, but toward a way of living so aligned, so genuine, so luminous that life itself bears witness. Here was a soul that came, gave, and left well. Line 3. Mana chandanache pari thwam jizave. One of my dearest obsessions is henna, or mehendi as we call it. Not a single Diwali goes by without my indulging in it. And every time I do, I find myself reflecting on a profound truth. Those intricate patterns that adorn every bride's trembling hands, and did mine too, from elbow to fingertips, front and back, begin as leaves that were plucked, dried, crushed and ground into powder. Perhaps human evolution is designed to unravel much the same way. Yes, life can be grueling. It rubs against us, grinds us down, crushes us in ways that feel deeply unfair. But perhaps the true purpose of this breaking down is to break open into the most beautiful version of ourselves, one that goes on to bless others. And so, fully acknowledging the relentless onslaughts of mortal existence, Swami Samartha Ramdas asks the mind to be like sandalwood. The more it is rubbed, the more fragrance it releases, worthy enough to anoint the gods and goddesses themselves. It responds to every abrasion with a perfume so ethereal it cannot help but captivate. For while everyone bleeds when wounded, the wise simply perfume the blade. Line 4. Pari antari sajjana niva vave. Half of life is lost in charming others. The other half is lost in going through anxieties caused by others. Leave this play. You have played enough. Thought-provoking words of Rumi. Think. We are desperately trying to be understood by those who don't even understand themselves. The very hands that garland you today will not think twice before stoning you tomorrow. And you are trying to hold an image of yourself steady in such minds? The world is essentially fickle by nature. You cannot build your inner life on such shifting ground. Swami Samartha Ramdas is encouraging the mind in this concluding line of Shloka 8 to become instead a presence that cools, that soothes. Not the world at large, but specifically the sajjan, the good and the noble, those who are themselves sincerely seeking. A steady presence that in its very being consistently brings relief to fellow travelers who have been scorched by the same world that scorched it. 4 Marathi lines in plain English. O beloved mind of mine, when the mortal coil is dropped, may a noble reputation remain. Let that goal alone be your guiding principle from lifetime to lifetime. Like sandalwood, release sweet fragrance every time life crushes you, grinds you, disappoints you. And by your very presence, bring peace and comfort to the hearts of the good. Until next week, Krishnaya Arpanamastu.